Now here's a geezer. I did therapy. My actually being offensive to the patient. I first went to Michigan. I saw one of the hospital employees. A girl was pretty from the knees down, pretty from the waist up. And she had the biggest penny I had ever seen on any girl. It was enormous. I saw her walking down the hospital corridor, and she passed something, made a vicious swing of her penny to knock that person down. And I knew she hated her great big penny. And that interested me, a girl who hated herself. I kept my eye on her. Didn't take long to find out she was a medical technician. And from my office, I could see her on her days off, standing at the gate to the grounds, greeting mothers who had small children with them. And I could see the girl ask a question, the mother nod her head. And the girl would give the child a stick of gum or a toy or a piece of candy and ask the mother another question. The mother would nod her head. I see the girl take charge of the small child. How the mother came to the hospital to visit with a sick relative. And also the girl would sometimes like 30 little kids look after her. And she always did it on her day off through all the good weather of spring, summer, and autumn. That was her day off, babysitting a lot of strange kids, little kids. And after about a year, you develop hiccups night and day. Visiting staff with 169 men from Detroit. They all examined her. Also staff too. And everybody agreed there was nothing wrong with her physically. And everybody recommended psychiatric consultation. And the girl flatly refused. And she knew who the psychiatrist was and be called in. And she didn't like the idea of having me interview her. So she held out, hiccuping night and day for another 3 weeks. And her boss in the medical laboratory got disgusted, went to see her and said, "Now look here, miss. You're getting pre-hospital care. I'm keeping your job open for you. And even though you're sick of bed, you're getting paid regularly. Your sickness isn't causing you any trouble. And all the staff recommend a psychiatric consultation. You're refusing. So I've come here to give you an ultimatum. Either you accept the psychiatric consultation or take the cell phone, call your private ambulance, and get yourself admitted to a private hospital. You'll pay the ambulance, you'll pay private hospital, you'll lose your job, and you'll lose your pay." And God agreed to see having psychiatric consultation. Our boss notified me at 2:00 in the afternoon. I went over to see her. I walked into her room, closed the door behind me, held my hand up this way, and said, keep silent, don't say a word until I have finished speaking. You won't understand what I'm going to say to you. Now listen carefully, and I want to make it very plain. You've got the biggest patties behind I've ever seen on a girl. And also, you have never read the Song of Solomon in your Bible.
And also,
Song of Solomon.
Song of Solomon.
Apparently you haven't either.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta look at me very puzzled. I said, just because you have a great big fat derriere, you think no man will be interested in you. Now, you read the Song of Solomon, you know a certain kind of man will be very interested in you. You think that great big pan of yours is a handicap, and it isn't. Because if you'd read the Song of Solomon, you would know that any man who wants to be the father of many children, and look at your great big fat fanny, and he would see a lovely cradle for children. So, in the Bible, you stand beside your bed. After I leave, you read the Song of Solomon and see if that isn't the way a man who wants children will see your big fat fanny, a cradle for children. Now, don't get over your hiccups now. Wait until 10:30 or 11 o'clock tonight. Then everybody can think it was a spontaneous cure, that I had nothing to do with it. You put her hiccuping sometime after 10:30 that night. A few months later, he waited until my secretary went to lunch. He came to the office and showed me her engagement ring. He said, I thought you should be the first to see it. Sometime later, she went to my secretary, gone to lunch, and she brought in her fiancé to meet me. Then we started talking socially, and during the course of conversation, I found out his occupation. I think it was insurance. He owned a piece of land near Detroit, and he and the girl are drawing up the plans for the house that she built on that land. It had 5 bedrooms and a big nursery.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted children, and he knew a cradle for children. They saw one.
What about the hiccups?
The hiccups,
Yeah, I know.
they disappeared.
Why did she have them in the first place?
She hated herself. She had to express it in some way. And her hiccups drew attention to her. Now kindly and favorable. She would lie in bed all covered up. So people would sympathize with her, look at her kindly, and try to treat her for hiccups. And never look at her panty. very cruelty in my approach. You got a great big penny. You're afraid you'll never get married. You're mistaken because you have met the Son of Solomon in the Bible. Now that kind of statement, it compels attention.
Si te ha gustado este video, dale un me gusta y compártelo con tus conocidos. Si quieres que te ayude con tus problemas, escribe a mi email drbonomi@gmail.com.